if somehow I forget to record this transaction in my books of accounts, so obviously it will become adjustment because it is now unrecorded transaction. Am I correct? And if it is an adjustment and I want to correct my financial statements, then I need to correct purchase account as well as cash account. If I am adjusting my financial statements, I am doing this adjustment, I am recording this transaction now in my books of accounts. Obviously, my purchase account and my cash account balances will be corrected now. So I have to correct two accounts. Am I correct? So that's why whatever adjustment you are getting in a question, that has to be adjusted at two places at least. If there are three accounts, then adjustment has to be done at three places. If there are four accounts, then adjustment has to be done at four places. That way. So I have made you clear about the first adjustment, that journal entry for closing stock for recording the closing stock in your books of accounts is closing stock account debit to trading account, and closing stock is your real account. Closing stock is your real account, that's why it will go to balance sheet. And trading account is a nominal account, that's why this entry will go to trading account in this manner as I have shown it here. Now coming to the second adjustment, outstanding expenses. So firstly, I would like to introduce it, like what is the meaning of outstanding expenses. The meaning of outstanding expenses is expenses due but not paid, or you can say unpaid expenses. Unpaid expenses. Now, outstanding expenses is which type of account? Outstanding expenses is which type of account? So here we have taken the example of salary account, that salary has not been paid. So that's why first we have seen its journal entry. It is a liability for us. Outstanding expenses or outstanding salary is a liability for us. So the journal entry will be salary account debit to outstanding salary account. Salary account debit to outstanding salary account. Now, salary is what type of account? Yes, salary is a nominal account. Very good. Now, a nominal account has what type of balance? A nominal account has what type of balance? Yes. because expenses will be having debit balance and revenues will be having credit balance. Very good. So salary is my expense, that's why it will be having debit balance, and I am again debiting the salary account. So due to this entry, my salary will increase, or my salary expense will increase, or my salary expense will decrease. Yes, my salary expense will increase. So first part, how I will attempt here, in salary, I will outstanding salary, because my salary will increase by the amount of outstanding salary. In this way, you will make this adjustment in your financial statements. This is the first part. Now it's clear why I'm adding outstanding salary here in the salary. And the second part of the adjustment, this part I've completed, first part I've completed. In P&L account, I will be adding this amount of salary in the salary which is written in profit and loss account. Now coming to the second part, outstanding salary. Now outstanding salary is which type of account? Yes, it is a personal account. So now first thing is that in which of the financial statements you write personal account? In which of the financial statements you write personal account? Yes, very good, very good. Now, fine, your answers are correct that it will go to balance sheet. But now in balance sheet, where I should write it? In liabilities or in assets? Yes, it will go to liabilities side, because outstanding salary is your liability. Outstanding salary is your liability. So it is also mentioned here in this area how to attempt this. So in balance sheet, you will be writing outstanding salary on the credit side of the balance sheet here. Outstanding salary. In this way, first I have added this salary, outstanding salary in the salary account, and then I have shown it on the liability side of the balance sheet here. So this way, this adjustment will be completed. So I have discussed again these two adjustments, and now I hope how to decide about each and everything regarding any adjustment, it is clear to all of you. Now see the third adjustment, prepaid expenses. First thing is meaning. What is the meaning of prepaid expenses? Expenses paid in advance. Expenses paid in advance. Expenses paid in advance. So if you are paying some expenses in advance, what will be the journal entry for that? Suppose I am paying rent in advance. So because I am paying rent, whether it is in advance or some way, the entry should be rent account debit to cash account. But here the concept is different. Rent account debit to cash account, but the concept is little bit different. Yes, for recording prepaid rent, the entry should be prepaid rent account debit to rent account. Prepaid rent account debit to rent account. That will be the entry because I have paid rent at some earlier time, and now out of that rent, some rent has become payment in advance. So that's why I am doing this entry, prepaid rent account debit to rent account. Now, rent type of account. Yes, it is a nominal account, and because I am paying rent, that's why it is my expense. And expense should have which type of balance? Expense should have which type of balance? Debit balance. But here in this entry, I am crediting rent account. I am crediting rent account. So that's why due to this, the balance in rent account will increase or decrease. Yes, it will decrease. So what I will do in trading and profit and loss account, suppose like here I have written rent, I will subtract from it prepaid rent. Just a minute, just a minute. This logic is clear why I will deduct prepaid rent from the rent. This logic is clear. Now the second part of the adjustment. In the second part of the adjustment, you have debited prepaid rent account. So prepaid rent is which type of account? Please be fast. Prepaid rent account is which type of account? It is personal account. It is personal account. So personal account where you will be writing in balance sheet. Now, in balance sheet, in which side you will be writing it? Yes, on asset side. It will go to the asset side. Prepaid rent, because it is debited, that's why it will go to the asset side of your balance sheet here. Clear? So please revise these adjustments or concepts and rules again.